You're listening to Why Is That So Radio? A place that embraces your sorrows and returns to the world a person whole, happy, and at peace. Wrapping a warm wool scarf around my neck, slipping into high socks, and not forgetting to drink a warm glass of water before leaving the house, I suddenly realized Christmas had arrived long ago. But in my heart, the excitement has only just begun to stir. Because in my eyes, this season has always been nothing but cold, filled with struggles with year-end work deadlines and drowning in studies and exams. Perhaps that's why Christmas comes at the end of the year, like a comforting embrace, to make these winter days feel warmer. What images come to your mind when you think of Christmas? Let's start this radio episode together. Before my heart and mind are ready to immerse themselves in the festive cheer of Christmas, I realize that not everyone's Christmas will be joyful. There are those who can't fully join the merry, festive atmosphere. What flickers within their hearts is a vague sadness, without reason or form. This sadness even has its own scientific name, holiday blues or holiday depression. It's a feeling of being down and not wanting to do anything, making your holiday seem like a dull, gray, and unmotivated day. Christmas, subconsciously fueled by movies, makes us expect to have friends and family by our side. High expectations lead to great disappointment when you look around and find no one there. You see people bustling, hand in hand, gathering together, while you're alone at home, your heart overflowing with loneliness, and the yearning to have someone by your side becomes stronger than ever. But actually, it's okay. We should normalize being alone during holidays, because after all, a holiday is just 24 hours, just like any other day. You can associate Christmas with a sense of peace, relaxation, and slowness. However, there will certainly still be those who, every time Christmas comes, feel uneasy or constantly urge themselves to hastily do something more. Perhaps it's because Christmas makes you feel more acutely that a year is about to end. Your mind gets flustered with thoughts like, how did a year pass so quickly? I haven't even had time to do anything. You see trending year-end recaps of people's travel destinations, their significant career advancements, friends you were once close to now starting families. Then you look at yourself and see nothing but empty hands, and you start to worry and feel anxious about the future. In psychology, there's a concept called anticipatory anxiety or voluntary anxiety. It's the phenomenon where people often feel scared about a situation that hasn't happened yet. In other words, you're just worrying about your future. There's also that feeling of wanting to do everything. Big holidays are also when the bandwagon effect, or crowd effect, impacts us to varying degrees. Just hearing a Christmas song, seeing people holding hands on the street, spotting a girl with a red wool scarf or a guy with a new wool hat, or stores decorated in red and green, your heart suddenly feels like it's missing something. Is it a trip home? A person to warm your heart? Or simply a new coat, a pair of gloves, or a new fireplace for your bedroom? It's this crowd effect that makes you constantly ask yourself, others have this, but what do I have? This very thought pushes you to do something to catch up with others before the old year passes and the new year approaches. This psychological effect drives fashion brands to slash prices, gaming rooms to hold massive sales, and services throughout the year. If you're not careful, and just for a moment of weakness, you want to reinvent yourself in preparation for the holidays, you might end up making a bad investment. And please, don't rush into choosing someone just to meet your year-end KPIs because you're too lonely. So, slow down a bit. Sit down and look back at the past year with specific questions to reflect on yourself. I'm sure you'll be proud of the past year. Even if you only moved forward a few centimeters, you still tried your best. Just like in James Clear's book, Atomic Habits, if you repeat a good habit every day, it will be the compound interest of self-improvement. The daily difference will be very small, but if accumulated over many months and years, you will surely become the 99% version of yourself soon enough. But for now, let's put aside our worries and sadness to enjoy the sweet Christmas atmosphere around us. Christmas is the season of gifts. Today is a gift from creation. Meeting the people we meet now is a gift of destiny. Being able to cry and laugh is a gift from our parents. Becoming the person we are now is a gift we've given ourselves throughout the years. Christmas is when I realize everything around me is a gift, and I feel incredibly grateful. I don't remember when Christmas first came into my life. I only recall that when I was little, everywhere I went, I'd see a huge Christmas tree adorned with baubles, snowflakes, tinsel, and stars. The child I was back then didn't even know why, every year at this time, an old man in a red and white suit, wearing a conical hat with a long beard, would carry a huge bag of gifts. The Christmas spirit even filled every small corner, reaching my house at the end of the alley. The Christmas before that, my parents told me to write a letter to Santa Claus, telling him if I'd been good this year and what gift I wanted. On the night of the 24th, my dad reminded me to put a stocking at the foot of my bed before I slept. Quick-witted, I borrowed my dad's sock to get a bigger gift. That night, a 7-year-old kid couldn't sleep a wink, wishing for morning to come quickly so I could see what I got from Santa Claus. That morning, I woke up really early, not whining like usual, and the first thing I did was check what was in the stocking. I cherish those lovely and naive Christmas memories from when I was a 7-year-old girl with simple, carefree dreams. But as we grow older, do we get less excited about holidays? You know, when we were kids, what did you wish for on Christmas Eve? When we were little, our wish was simply to wake up tomorrow morning and find a box of strawberry milk in our stocking, not the plain white milk Mom made us drink every day. A little older, we'd think the younger version of ourselves was so silly. Why didn't I wish for something bigger? Why not a new toy or a trip to the aquarium with Mom and Dad on the weekend? A bit older still, we'd start wishing for our crush to confess or to spend Christmas hand in hand with someone special, feeling romantic. But as adults, the Christmas wish that never seems to come true is to return to those carefree days, to be that 7-year-old girl at home with Mom and Dad. At that age, the most valuable gift was the feeling of being with family. For every age and every person, wishes are different, but every wish aims for happiness. We don't need to wish for anything grand, just something that makes us feel content enough joy for the present, enough warmth for a winter night, and enough happiness for our hearts. Hey, after all these Christmases, do you believe in Santa Claus? Well, for me, the answer is still yes. Because Santa Claus doesn't come down the chimney, he truly comes from the heart. I'm a little surprised that kids nowadays no longer believe in Christmas Eve wishes or Santa Claus. They don't write letters to Santa anymore because they know he's not real. Perhaps it's because children today aren't as naive as we were back then, believing in the legends and stories our parents told. Even though kids no longer believe, why do adults still, out of habit, remind the little ones every year to write their wishes on cards to send to an old man in the distant North Pole? Honestly, I think Santa Claus is a sweet lie told by adults to children, and I don't know when he became a character created by the love people have for each other. Santa Claus could be our parents, our teachers, our lovers, our friends, anyone who wants to send you love. And you and I, too, will eventually become someone's Santa Claus. At this moment, the world no longer has just one Santa Claus. We will become Santas, spreading happiness everywhere without needing to wear a red suit, a long beard, or crawl down chimneys. Perhaps Santa Claus transformed long ago into the people who love us. They come through our hearts and are with us every day. So, let's always be grateful for what we have in the present: love, life, and the gifts that come from the Santas born from our own hearts. Now I've found the answer to this question. Why isn't Santa Claus real, yet I receive gifts every year? It turns out all the gifts I've received until now have been from those who love me. I love myself, and I have the gift of a grown-up, understanding self. My parents love me, and I have the gift of a beautiful life and boundless love. My friends love me, and I have the gift of memorable moments and loyalty. Santa Claus isn't real, but I know all the love I've received is real, because now I know how to live in the present. I love myself, and I understand that I am already a meaningful gift. If you're alone this Christmas Eve, that's also a gift, isn't it? Even if Christmas Eve is a night of reunion, whether you're far from family or can't be with the people you love, the gift is that you're allowed to turn your thoughts to them, to the people we cherish. Whether you choose to spend Christmas with someone or simply stay home alone and continue binging your favorite movie, maybe Home Alone, with some comfort food, a steaming bowl of chicken pho or a plate of rich, cheesy pasta. Christmas can be a time to gather with family, but it can also be a time when you're swamped with deadlines, from work to life. But after you've taken care of everything, or at least most things, please take some time for yourself. I hope you have a peaceful Christmas with a warm cup of cocoa. I hope you're smiling gently, tucked under a blanket with your chubby cat. I hope you serenely have a holiday for yourself.